Imagine this. You're lying in bed. It's 2 a.m. and you hear the sound that makes all humans equal. Bzzz. Now imagine it stops. Forever. A world with no itchy bites, no buzzing in your ear, and no malaria. Utopia? Maybe. But remove mosquitoes, and you might just collapse the ecological house of cards. Note, do not actually try to extinct mosquitoes at home.
At first, it feels like winning the cosmic lottery. No more malaria, no dengue, no Zika. That's literally billions of lives saved. Healthcare systems relax, economies boom, outdoor tourism skyrockets. Stickman opens a travel agency. Rainforest tours, now 100% buzz-free. Tickets sell out in seconds. Let's add some math, because that's what makes this fun. There are roughly 3,600 species of mosquitoes. If each species has about 1 billion individuals, that's around 3.6 trillion mosquitoes suddenly gone. Their total biomass, roughly equal to 130,000 adult humans. In other words, if mosquitoes formed a country, they'd weigh as much as a medium-sized city, but more annoying. So, paradise. Not quite. Every hero's victory, parentheses, it's someone else's tragedy. Dragonflies, nature's fighter jets, lose their favorite target practice. Bats, mosquito snack connoisseurs, open their fridge to find nothing. Stickman, dressed as a bat, stares at an empty refrigerator labeled "Mosquitoes out of stock." And it's worse underwater. Tadpoles and young fish depend on mosquito larvae. Without them, food chains stall. Larger animals miss meals. Ecosystems glitch. It's like pulling one card from a house of cards. You hope it's just decorative, but sometimes it was the load-bearing card. Here's where it gets weirder. Some orchids rely almost entirely on male mosquitoes for pollination. With no mosquitoes, those flowers simply vanish. Mosquito larvae also act as nutrient couriers, shuttling material from water to land. Remove them, and wetlands change character. Lakes get murkier, plants shift, oxygen drops. Let's overthink a little. Imagine 10% of all mosquitoes are females. Each one drinks 5 milligrams of blood per meal, about once a week, for 12 weeks. That's 60 million kilograms of blood every season, roughly 24 Olympic swimming pools. That's disgusting, but also kind of impressive. Without mosquitoes, that blood stays where it belongs, inside things. But the ecosystems that depended on their weird habits start to wobble.
Nature hates a vacuum, and it usually fills it with something bitey. Enter black flies and biting midges. With mosquitoes gone, their populations surge. And then comes the absurd escalation. Imagine black flies evolving larger, louder. Now, instead of a high-pitched buzz, you hear a sound like helicopters circling your backyard. Stickman puts on full medieval armor just to check the mail. Meanwhile, diseases don't just disappear. Infections can be what they attack. They hitch rides on new insects. Worst case scenario, we cure malaria and unlock the era of super tick apocalypse. Congratulations, humanity. You just unlocked Mosquitoes 2.0 with rotors.
The truth is, mosquitoes are tiny gears in a huge biological machine. Remove them, and you don't just stop the itching. You risk jamming the whole system. And here's the ethical dilemma. Should humans delete species simply because they annoy us? Stickman hovers over a giant red button labeled delete. His finger trembles. Sometimes, paradise is high maintenance. And sometimes, the devil you know, buzzing in your ear at 2 a.m., is part of the balance that keeps your ecosystem intact.
So what happens if all mosquitoes go extinct? You save millions of lives, yes. But you also rewrite ecosystems, unbalance wetlands, and invite something far worse. In the end, you don't get paradise. you get a different buzzing sound. Louder. If you enjoyed this buzz-free episode, like and subscribe to Stickman vs. What If, because nature's weirdest questions deserve equally weird answers.